Hey everyone, welcome to. We're going to take a look at the next new Resident Evil Village trailer, where they've revealed a lot more. And I know that if you have a PlayStation 5, you get to play the Maiden demo. Um, I still don't have a PlayStation 5. Hopefully, I will be getting that sometime later this year. And um, hopefully, the Maiden demo comes out on PlayStation 4. I checked the PlayStation Store. It doesn't look like it's out on the PlayStation 4 yet, but hopefully soon it will be. And I haven't seen this trailer, but I know it's confirmed a couple things that I thought. And so let's go ahead and just take a look here. So we'll just do a blind reaction.
Hey now, think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Castle heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
No. The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
She's huge.
Who the fuck are you? Let's see what you're really made of.
Oh.
Ethan Winters.
Oh, it's him. May 7th. That's a lot sooner than I thought. I did pre-order this on PlayStation 4. It's a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 pre-order. Whatever. So just take it. Let's just go a bit here. Let me turn this down because we've seen the best of it. So, crap. So here's Mia. And they do have an infant. I believe they have a daughter. I think that's what's been confirmed. And we did later see that Chris took the daughter and then killed Mia. What the daughter, their infant child, is important for, there is mention of a ritual. We'll have to play to find out. So let's just keep going forward here.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
I really hope Mia isn't dead. That really upsets me.
Castle heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Mother Miranda, I
Okay, so this is the one woman that we saw last time. It seems to be that she is not the big bad. She is working for someone, Mother Miranda. As to who that is, we don't really know. It could be the old shaman woman we saw earlier, who I'm assuming is the voiceover that we heard just before we got to this scene. Um, and she's the part of the maiden demo. I what her name is like Madame Diramiscu, I think, something like that. And she mentioned she has daughters as well, and I think we saw them earlier. Um, and she mentions her brother Heisenberg. Who is that? The man that we saw at the end of the trailer? I don't know.
Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him.
So this is some point where we've
No.
dealt with her daughters,
Yes, of course.
or we've been
I
causing
understand
them
the
enough
importance of
trouble.
the ceremony. I won't let you down.
Who uses an actual phone these days? All right, here's the castle. It's
Can
gorgeous.
someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
No. The place is full of nothing.
Okay, so we have some sort of. We can't really see what everyone is like pointing at. It's blocked by the torch here. But this is clearly a ritual room of some sort.
Blood and death.
It's interesting scarecrow. This is. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Like, spikes everywhere. Ugh. It's uncomfortable. You're already like in pain before they actually start the torture. Goodness. Okay, and here it looks like they might be vampiric in nature. They really seem to be wanting to do more of a supernatural gothic atmosphere to this game compared to past games. Because in the first trailer there were werewolves, and as I noted it that the tall woman, the woman in white, I'm just going to refer to her as that because I can't really quite remember her name off the top of my head. Um, was a vampire. Like there was noted garlic hanging around, and then we saw her actually what looked to be drinking blood from your wrist. So these might be like failed vampires, like Renfields or ghouls, I think they're often referred to as. Um, that is what I think. And they have weapons. All right, and so we're starting to see some powers similar to Marguerite, where these daughters they have like these commands of these locusts that give them special abilities. Yeah, they are locusts. Look at that. Look at the detail on those. Um, Now I don't know if they're her actual daughters, which is part of her coven, and she's the head of the coven, so they just refer to her as mother. Um, she's gorgeous. Now this doesn't really show it here, but we do see later that she is actually quite tall. I'll talk about that in a moment. So we see some of her daughters here. They're wearing several necklaces. It looks like they've been feasting recently. What was the previous frame? I just want to take a look, see if there's anything of note. It doesn't really look like it. Like there was clearly some dinner here, some wine, but there's a lot of red in the plates. Could they probably were just feasting on some blood? I don't know. I'm just guessing. All right, and we see here some sort of a sacrificial display. Don't know too much more about that though. Yeah, they're both women. It looks like I can't really quite tell from this distance, but oh, this is kind of horrifying. So we have like these infants. Um, it's not the Virgin Mary, I would say. But this clearly some sort of mother figure. What? Those don't look like just birds. I mean, they're quite big. Kind of look like bat wings. But they could just be birds. I could be wrong about that. I'm trying to see the flapping. They're flapping more like bats, I would say. But I could be very wrong. All right, and here we see this is basically what starts everything is Chris Redfield breaking into the Winters house, and here they are handing his infant daughter to Chris. Yeah, okay, so we see here she is extreme.
Well, Ethan Winters.
Yeah, she's extremely tall, and she has a great look. I think so. I haven't seen the trailer, but I have seen articles about this because I'm seeing the maiden demo pop up in my subscription feeds, and I have not watched them because I don't want to watch anyone play it until I get a chance to play it, and I can't play it yet. But I have mentioned this urban legend that exists in Japan of a tall woman who is, I can't recall the name of her in Japanese, but it translates to 8 foot tall woman. And she is often depicted wearing a white dress with a hat very similar to this one. And she made an appearance in Fatal Frame 5. She was the very tall ghost woman in that game. And I believe she is a reference to this woman we're seeing here in Resident Evil Village, Madame Diarmiscu. I'm getting that wrong. But she seems to be a reference to that urban legend as well. And I believe her being at 8 feet tall, because someone stated that the average height of a door is 6 foot 6 inches, so most people can just enter a door comfortably. And that Nemesis, I think, is 7 foot 3 or something like so. So for her being at 8 feet tall, she is extremely tall, taller than Nemesis. So she's going to be interesting. I hope them showing a lot of her in this trailer, because like this is sometimes what like sucks about Resident Evil games is that they will highlight characters that aren't the big bad, but they are far more interesting than the big bad. Like Jack Baker. Jack Baker was such a great villain, antagonistic character in Resident Evil 7. And he's like the first Baker you deal with. And that's basically when the game is at its most horrifying too, because he's he burst through a wall chasing after you. And he just had such personality to him. He was such a great character, and he came back later, but he was all like mutated and not even human. And then you had the End of Zoe DLC where he's like a swamp thing. It's like they like Capcom knows they seem to really love Jack Baker, and they know that audiences really love Jack Baker. But Jack Baker just was kind of he was a small fry. He was a really good man who was underneath the control of Evelyn. And so I just like her being so at focus in this trailer breaks my heart because she seems really cool. and such a great like antagonist role, but she probably isn't gonna be so core to the game, and we're probably gonna and probably maybe not mount to much of anything. That's my worry, but we'll see. It does seem like she has she mentions her Heisenberg, which I believe in a different scene she refers to him as her little brother, um, and she has her daughters. So she may be much playing a much larger role than what I'm assuming. So, but I'm just worried she's going to be kind of like a Jack Baker, or I don't want to say Salazar, but he was like the little guy who looked kind of like an old man, but was actually 20. He just suffered from a rare disease like progeria or something like that. Um, he was like as campy as he was so much fun as an antagonist, and then like you kill him, and then you get the real big bad, and he's just not as fun. Um, that's something that a lot of like horror games do. Like I remember with the Evil Within 2. Um, I can't remember their names, but the photographer, he was a lot of fun. And there's a lot of great set pieces surrounding him that were quite terrifying, but he was just a lackey to the real big bad, and the real big bad in that game was just whatever. Um, so yeah, it's just always disappointing when you see like these really great characters, and they just like in terms of the story, they just don't really amount to much, and all their potential is like not fully seen.
There you
Okay, so we have the daughters here. I want to take a look at them. Okay, they are goth. This is like badass goth here, so sorry if you hear the police sirens. So it looks like they're wearing a choker, and you got a necklace here. Let's see if we can get a better look. Okay. No, there wasn't so much of the smear here. Should be quite gorgeous. So there's kind of a brooch. It looks like there's a. I could be wrong. Like there's like a dragon of sorts. I want to say dragon, but it could be like a bat. And we see some of the locusts coming out of her. So she has like powers similar to Marguerite's, but not quite the same. It's pretty cool imagery though. Oh, she hungry. Now she doesn't have any vampire fangs, as we can see that, but she's clearly a man eater. Oh, there's some of the locusts are flying in your mouth, dear. All right. Um, so it looks like some of the one of the necklaces that she was wearing might be very similar to what Jill wore in Resident Evil 5 that was actually controlling her. So it's a possibility that the daughters are underneath some sort of control.
are.
But it's really hard to say. But a part of me doesn't think so, because having something like that on your throat, I mean, Resident Evil's never been known to be realistic with that sort of thing, but having something like that on your throat would just be, so inconvenient. It would hurt your breathing and your ability to drink blood. I don't think that's the case. I think they are willing to do this, and they enjoy it.
fuck are you?
I want to say this is Heisenberg, but but we don't really know. I feel like him being introduced at the end, because he wasn't really shown an awful lot in the first trailer as well. But he has, oh, maybe he was the guy with the hammer, because we saw like a big goon with a hammer like this jump down. So maybe that was him. But he clearly has some sort of, looks like he has some telekinesis abilities. But he's also a mystery as well. But I do wonder if he is Heisenberg. But I can't really tell. Okay, there really isn't much more, I think. But May 7th, that sounds exciting. I want to see if there's anything more we can get. Come on, go back. Because I'm on the Resident Evil. Okay, they do have a showcase. I don't, because look how long that is. I don't want to go through all of that. But no, this looks really cool. And they have the reverse, which looks to be kind of like a Dead by Daylight multiplayer mode where you're playing as all these famous Resident Evil characters. Jack Baker is included. You also can play as Nemesis, Jill, Chris, Leon, Claire. So that looks like a lot of fun. Second trailer. I don't know if I ever saw this one. I might not have. Let's take a lookie. Because, like, this is the first big news with the Maiden demo coming out that I've heard in a while.
Come on, move! Chris? What the hell? Take him away.
Ethan just wants to live his happy life with his wife. That's all he wanted. She just had to work for some shady people, and now they're all wrapped up in all of this.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Oh, this looks scary.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, we give glory. Mother Miranda.
It's just a local tale.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Oh, that's the merchant. Okay. Looks So nothing too terribly new. Like that was a really great little animation here. It very much reminds me
But
of the
the
Deathly
forest greeted
Hallows
them with a
animation
dark, cold silence.
in
The bushes empty.
shut up in the last Harry Potter film, but it's 3D. It looks kind of like a like Leica animation, like Coraline, but with the coloring of the Deathly Hallows animation. So it's really cool. I wonder if we'll see more of that in the final game as well. Um, so in regards to the channel, as I've mentioned, I do have a new channel called Nerd Doll, where there will be more video essays. I am working on the second one right now. I have recently set up a Patreon, and I'm getting a Discord together. That's almost done. Um, but uh, I will not be continuing the Tommy Servo channel after Resident Evil 8 comes out. I think it's because, quite honestly, the fact that people only watch the Danganronpa playthroughs and then they subscribe but will not watch anything else has really just frustrated me because my activity on my videos is no different than when it was before I did the Danganronpa playthroughs. And I'm frustrated with people asking me to play Danganronpa games, whether it's fan games or anything else in the future. If anything else, I think the series is dead because the guy who was behind it left Spike Chunsoft. And if it does continue, because Spike Chunsoft can, since they own the title, they can decide to make more Danganronpa games if they want to. But the thing is that it won't be the same. And Danganronpa V3 pretty much made it clear that he kind of wants it to be done. He's done with the series. He's moved on from it. Um, and he can't make any more games because he doesn't work with the people who actually own the rights to Danganronpa. So, but people ask me to play those games. People are even asking me to replay Danganronpa titles, and no, I'm done with it. And I'm just and they won't watch games that are of a similar nature. Like the Zero Escapes games didn't really get very many reviews and views, and Zero Escape and Danganronpa are games that kind of go hand in hand together. So it's just I feel like I can't really grow my channel. The only way I can do that is if I just do face cam and stuff, and I don't want to. But even doing live streams, like there are people who will spam chat with their Danganronpa shit, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of Danganronpa. It's kind of made me the fact that people only want to watch those games. They treat my channel like it's a fan channel of Danganronpa. It's never been that. I just like to play video games on the channel, and I didn't realize it had such a following. When I played those games because it was on the Vita um, at the time. Like a little later, it went to Steam, and it was about the time that the game went on to Steam that I noticed an uptick. And there's just I turned off the comments on most of the Danganronpa videos because some of them were extremely negative. And it's like, I started this channel to have fun and to help with my depression. And then the Danganronpa videos, they just brought, people were like, your voice is annoying, stop talking. Um, some of them got even, and which is like, well, like if you watch the playthrough from the very beginning, you would have known I'd be talking all over the games. But no, they only go to like the Nagito trial. They don't give a shit about anything else. They go to the Nagito trial and then they bitch to me that I'm talking over it. And it's like, yeah, because this was a part of a long playthrough. I don't know how you missed that. I was like, well, you didn't say it. Well, hey, everyone, you didn't introduce. I just wanted to get to the trial when I was uploading this. I didn't know people would be coming to my channel to watch the trial of Nagito um, when I did that game, when I did those playthroughs. I had no idea that was going to happen. And so even though like I'm now nearing 10,000 subscribers, but guess what? Only like 150 of those watch any new videos. And then those numbers dwindle when it comes to any future games. So it's just like what I want to do for the channel. I'm just done with it. I'm just done with this channel. I'm done with it. But I'm still going to be on YouTube. I have Nerd Doll. I really don't want anyone coming over to Nerd Doll and talking up Danganronpa. I really don't. I am so sick and tired of people talking to me about Danganronpa. It's almost to the point where I don't like the games anymore because it just has dominated my channel to the point that it's smothering. Um and I really just want to start fresh and new. And I know that's difficult to build up a following on YouTube with what I'm doing video essays, but I'm using a doll instead of me. It's really more just to do some content creation to help with my voiceover career more than anything. But, I would like to make some money off of those. And that's why I have a Patreon set up. Patreon/Nerd Doll. And the the people who subscribed because of the Danganronpa videos and continue to watch the videos, I could have been making money. I had back in 2015 an offer of a partnership back when that was a thing, but they declined that because clearly no one was watching anything else on the channel. So if I come across as unappreciative, it's because I am. You don't watch it, like you can, it's fine if if that's how you found me, cool. But if you're not really, I don't understand why you subscribe to me when I'm not giving you anything worth watching on your end. um I'm just frustrated with it because I do appreciate those who do watch, who have continued to watch my videos and enjoy them, and who have decided to subscribe to me on Nerd Dog. But it seems like I just uploaded a video recently and someone was like, why did I subscribe to this channel? So clearly some people are going over to that channel, subscribing, not realizing what they're subscribing to. You're subscribing. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating because I don't know how I can't continue with the Tommy Servo channel anymore. So Resident Evil 8 will be the last game I play. The first game I played was Silent Hill 2, and the last game will be Resident Evil 8. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm done with playing games online. It's just not going to be on this channel. I dream of one day having a good streaming setup where I can stream on Twitch, and that's not going to be anytime soon. It's going to be in the future when I have the money to do so. But as of right now, I really would just like to focus on Nerd Doll and get that going and be working hard on that as well as my voiceover career. And Tommy Servo is just not serving me any purpose any longer. So Resident Evil 8 will be the last playthrough. I am debating whether I will play Little Nightmares 2. I might I might do a live stream of that. That looks really good. And that comes out in about a month. So I am excited for Little Nightmares 2. There's still plenty of games I want to play. I just when it comes to live streaming them at this time, I'm just done with it. But part of the Nerd Doll channel is that I do want to talk about games on there. I have an idea for a video essay involving a few games. Some of you know I've been wanting to talk about Catherine in terms of a video essay, so I will probably do that at some point. But The next video essay is not is about not about a game. Um, I'm talking off the top of my head, but yeah, I just want to make it clear that I'm not going to be continuing the gameplay channels much longer. I mean, I'll still be like subscribing and favoriting off of this because I've had this YouTube channel since 2006, y'all. Okay, I was a junior in high school when YouTube started. So, I've been here for a long time, since the beginning. And and yeah, so it's frustrating, but you know what? You have to move on. You're a lot of your favorite YouTubers. They're eventually going to have to retire. Um, but you know, I'm nowhere near that level. It's fascinating to see how much this has grown. I pretty much started doing Let's Plays because Four Player Podcast was doing them, and I really loved watching them, and it looked like fun. And what's funny about Four Player Podcast is that they're really not that big right now. Um, that way back in the day, they were live streaming on Justin TV, which you all know as Twitch these days. They were ahead of all of the Let's Players you watch, including PewDiePie. They were ahead of the curve, and they're really not that big anymore, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, it's just the cycle of things. Um, and the cycle of my Let's Play channel is coming to a close. And I do thank those who have continued to watch my videos and support me. I hope that you continue to support me over on Nerd if that's something you'd be interested in. But as of now, I'm just moving on. Um, but I'm not gone. I'm not gone. You can always find me on Nerd and you might hear me in a future game that's coming out. I haven't booked anything. That's not a promise right now, but I'm working very hard at it. So, um, thank you to those of you that have stuck with me and are going to stick with me over at Nerd Doll. And I hope that we can enjoy uh, possibly Little Nightmares 2 and Resident Evil Village together. Thank you so much for watching this, and I wish you all a good day.